4th and 1 from your own 30-yard line late in the game, and you go for it because the analytics say go for it. And quite honestly, I appreciated the gutsy call there. It didn't work out. You live to play another down. At what point, when you rely so heavily on analytics, do you go, if that's what the book says, that's what we're doing? Or is it like if you're in Vegas playing blackjack, sometimes you just go with your gut, even though the book says stay or deal?
No, I think if you're going to do it, you have to commit to it. And so, they do a after season review with you with a kind of an analytics team that puts this together for it. So the 2 times I didn't trust it last year were both inside the 10-yard line, and it was like going to be 4th down and 6 or 7 both times, and they thought I should go for it instead of kicking a field goal. But remind you, they take into effect who you're playing, who your opponent is, how much they score, how much you score. All these games are done based on your opponent. And then also, they think we score so many touchdowns that 3 points is not worth it, that they'd rather give the team the ball inside the 10-yard line and make them drive 90 yards. So there's definitely a science to it. And I think, when you tell the average football fan about it, or if they heard the conversations of like, hey, 4th and 7 to go after this on your own, 12-yard line, they'd be like, holy smokes, that's not smart. But, I've made myself, we trust what's going on. We did a lot of good things with it last year. It's helped us out in so many situations that we've committed to it wholeheartedly.
So with that said, and again, you've got I'm assuming you're paying for the service, so you might as well use it if you're paying for it. You get the information. So at that point, they say go for it, is it on you as the play caller to call the right play in that situation, or do they give you an idea of what play to run in those situations?
Oh, no, it's 100% on us on what the scheme is and what kind of play we're going to run. And so, and I think any kind of good blackjack player is going to be consistent. And how many times have you been in Vegas and, you're at third base there and somebody's just doing some radical things and it messes
when you
up
leave.
the hand. You leave right away, right? And
Yep.
I'm a big blackjack fan. And so I'm glad you kind of brought that to my attention. I've never thought of it that way, but this actually makes my decision seem even more right in my brain right now, just because you compare it to blackjack. So I like where we're going with this right now.
See, and again, I'm a big blackjack player. If my wife sits down next to me, I leave because I can't play with her. She does too much stupid stuff on the blackjack table. But there's a lot of times I know what the book says, and I'll go with my gut. And I don't know if I'm 50-50, but I know I'm not up when I trust my gut in a lot of those situations. But if I've got a lot of chips out there, I'm always going by the book. Always.
No doubt. And there's a lot of chips right now for us. And so yeah, we've trusted it. It's been great for us so far. And, the end of the game last year, it actually had a situation in the book where it was telling us, I think it was against Northwestern State, with how much time was left and how fast we could score. With like 3 minutes of game left, they wanted us to let them score immediately, which is hard to do as a coach. You walk over to the defensive coordinator and you're like, hey, next play, let them score because – And it was right. We were able to do it, and then we got it back, and then we marched down and went ahead. So yeah, it's definitely mind-boggling at some points during the course of the game, and you kind of take a step back, and it's like 4th and 7, they want me to go for it, not kick a field goal right here, and so if you question one of my calls during the game, just blame it on the analytics, I guess.
Well, that's it. Between the broadcasters and the fans wondering what the hell are you thinking. You're going with what the book says to do. That's hit on 16, even though he's showing that. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm with you there, but that's part of it. It's a fascinating element that, we could talk about this all day, Coach.